group of magicians use their skills of deception and manipulation to steal millions of dollars, outsmart the FBI, and teach the world the true meaning of magic. Now we see Me Too, which reunites the crusading magicians for another heist or adventure, offers more of the same narrative shortcuts, substituting extensive flashbacks, whirling camera work, and digital effects for truly magical sensibility. There's not much of a showcase here. The film is mainly horseplay, wasted motion, and talk, with a few good action scenes, the best of which involves the main characters passing a card back and forth in the laboratory, and enough smart alecky banter between skilled actors that the time passes painlessly enough.
There is a real-world basis for the bank heist trick that has been around for a long time called Portal, made famous by David Copperfield. As the name suggests, the trick is sending the person from the audience to a distant location like beach through a magic portal before bringing them back to the stage. It is generally agreed that the chosen audience members are the part of the trick, rather than random spectators.
Perceptual error has a strong impact in organization, and it is hamper improper decision-making skills while hiring, performance appraisal, review, feedback, etc. There are many types of perceptual error in workplace. Number 1, selective perception. Number 2, halo effect. Number 3, stereotype. Number 4, contrast effect. 5, projection. And number 6, impression. In the movie scenario shown here, the magician used such sensory illusion in their tricks, but they also heavily use cognitive illusions, manipulating people's attention, train of logic, and even memory. Attention can greatly affect what we see.
There are stages in perception error process. How does the process take place? The first stage in the perception error process is stimulation, in which our senses are assaulted with stimuli. Something is heard, touched, tasted, seen, or smelled. Second is organization. It is where the inputs organize into a pattern that we can identify. Next is interpretations, wherein we make meaning, think, and decide what they mean to us. And lastly, memory and recall. We would be recalling info or experiences in our brain. The magicians on the movie create their tricks by relying on powerful psychological illusions, and they do trick so that the person they are stealing will not notice that they are stealing. One of the example is when they transport a Frenchman halfway around the world to a town.
Illusions of causality occur when people develop the belief that there is a causal connection between two events that are actually unrelated. Such illusions have been proposed to underlie pseudoscience and superstitious thinking, sometimes leading to disastrous consequences in relation to critical life areas. Just like in the movie, it illustrates that one may able to perform a magic trick without having a clear understanding or a mental image of what is really going on, let alone why people experience the trick as a magical. From the perspective of cognitive science, the magic trick can also be said to be completely understood if we can specify why people experience it as impossible. The image result for what are the causation in the perception error theory. Many times the prejudice in the individual, time of perception, unfavorable background, lack of clarity of stimulus, confusion, conflict in mind, and such other factors are responsible for the errors in perception.
The magic tricks that the main characters are performing always influences the audience expectations. Therefore, their visual interpretations gets mixed up from reality and their expectation of the magic trick. The characters in the movie use various kinds of technique to fool the audience, such as sleight of hands, visual illusions, and misdirection. This type of magic would always work because our brains doesn't have the capability to process everything our eyes see. Illusions are the main reason for failure of human perception. Perception often provides false interpretation of sensory information during an illusion. It explains that our visual system are too limited to take in all the information because there is always a fine line to what our eyes comprehend